begun. Welcome back. Helping some woman look for a treasure in here. I'm pretty sure the woman ends up getting herself killed. I'm pretty sure she would probably have betrayed us at the end anyways if she didn't. We also have a friend of ours who we helped in the last one, and her mother. We currently have switched over to heavy armor and using a two-handed sword, Umbra. I have to say we've been having a pretty good time with it so far thanks to Umbra's enchantment of absorbing health with every strike. And the fact that we're now wearing heavy armor making us far more defensive. The one problem I am having is how often this is draining souls. Gotta use a lesser soul gem. I could always not have the, not be using the enchantment. Well, I just would have to not be recharging the sword. Just can't really turn the enchantments off, sadly. I kind of wish that since it was a Daedric artifact and didn't need recharge, it just kind of stayed fully charged on its own. But I also like the idea that we're basically feeding the souls to Umbra. Increasing its power. Even though its power doesn't change based on how many souls you give it. It's just whether or not you can use its ability. We also still need to go see Clavicus Vile, who is surprisingly the Daedric Lord of Umbra. And truth be told, if you did Clavicus Vile's quest and he offered you Umbra as a reward, I'd have taken that over either of the rewards he offers you in the actual vanilla playthrough. We do have the Ruthless Axe, and need to return it to him, which eventually we are going to. But as of right now, we're obviously still dealing with this quest, Gold. See, this is why being an adventurer, you have to be willing to go clear the dungeon. Like, she's having us do it, and we're getting all this extra gold, which this Sarah definitely is not going to tell her. She won't even mention the fact that she's found all this stuff. She'll just get back to her and be like, yep, found some more dead people and found the lever to open the door. But nothing else really to talk about. Definitely not piles on piles of gold. Even though technically she doesn't have a reason to need to do this, as she hasn't a need for all of this. We're gonna go ahead and take all those arrows. Add them to our collection when we get back to what you call it? When we get back to Clockwork Castle. That's the first gate. But there is still another gate. Wait, is there somebody standing there? No. Thought there was. She obviously also is not a very good person, because, like, keeps letting it slip that she's just considering the treasure hers. She doesn't want to do the work on her own. Her attitude kind of tells us the same thing. I am wishing we could find somewhere to sleep.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, probably. Luckily, though, I am not a bad person. Or I'm at least not bad at defeating bad guys. I'm wondering what she thinks of us so far. Like, I don't think she's seen us cast magic, so I don't think she knows we're a mage. Or that we're a mage for quite some time. I mean, heck, we're still the Archmage. Oh, crap. Okay. See, this is why Umbra needs to have charge. Because now that I don't have Umbra's healing backing me up, we're running into a problem. Got it. Sheesh. There's a trap on the side of this, but I'm pretty sure if I back off once we close out of this, we'll be fine. I was wrong. A biggie. That poison's never really effective. I hope she's just bugged somewhere and not dead. Because if she's dead, it's going to be quite an annoyance. Got it. Back to having insufficient charge again. Sheesh. Don't feel like switching to the spell. It's only a novice lock. And not much. Alright, this is the Death Lord. We're gonna need some power here. Come on. Got it. Nothing important. Wait a minute. Was that a double enchant on health and stamina? Oh no, a frost damage that damages health and stamina. For some reason I thought it absorbed health and stamina. That would definitely be worth grabbing and lugging back to Again, I think her skill with the two-handed blade and heavy armor comes from the fact that she has Umbra. I believe Umbra's enchantment is helping her out with that. I hit the wrong button. Let's use a Grand Soul Gem. I was trying to turn so I could get him in the way of this guy, so that this guy would shoot some arrows into him. A Minecraft technique when fighting skeletons. Ugh. I am starting to think that our friend is dead. That or she is lost beyond belief. a little annoying, but nothing I can do about it, nothing I really care too much about. If I didn't want her dying, I should have taken her straight to the altar to sacrifice her. Would have been her fate anyways. No biggie. Another reason why I don't usually bring companions with me unless they're people like, unless they're people who have like the essential traits that they can't, basically so that they can't die. I do not like using the. I'm starting to not be a fan of enchanted weapons just because of the fact that I constantly have to be going into my inventory to recharge Umbra. I really wish it had a bigger resource pool. I also wish that the extra health would like be poured into Umbra and then it would be given to me as I need it. But again, things that I would do with the blade instead of just having it be just a pretty bog standard blade. It's cool, if not a little bit annoying. I can think of a few other blades that are like that have similar effects to this one, and I might use those if I want to keep going down this two-handed route. I also could always just say that Umbra is still affecting us even if we're not using Umbra. It wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't for the fact that it's just kind of annoying on how long the charging takes. There we go. And another down. I like how there are randomly Draga that are like weak Dragas mixed in with all of these like powerful Dragas. I'm also thinking of how this blade is really useful when fighting multiple opponents, because every opponent that I hit, I drain some health from. I am really hoping though that we get to a area that we can sleep eventually though. And we can open this door. Oh, there she is. She's still alive. Yay.
The treasure is mine. All mine.
Of course it is.
I knew.
I'm pretty sure she's not supposed to do that. I'm pretty sure she's supposed to die to the trap, not get killed by a Draga Overlord, which wasn't very much points, and I'm pretty sure the Draga Overlord is... Where's the Draga? Is it stuck inside? Oh, there it is. I was like, is it stuck inside the pillar? Okay. Let's get out of here so we can get some sleep. I'm now at the point where I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna set up camp outside. Throw down the tent and get some sleep. And a word wall. Allegiance, animal allegiance. Okay. Mercer potion, and we will take those bracers too. add to our collection of enchanted artifacts that we will either be disenchanting or selling for a profit. Now, where's the exit? I have to walk back out the way I came in. I was kind of hoping that there'd be another way out. Nothing this way. Nothing this way. Pretty sure this room is a dead end. Forget the fact that I can do this. Nope. Seems like it's just a walk back up the way we came in. Where did our companion go? I think every time she disappears, I'm just going to assume she's dead. Are you still alive up here? Oh, she's dead. But that was kind of a... I knew that that was going to happen eventually. Hi. Let's get out of here so we can go get some sleep. Hopefully she's following us. If not, then hopefully she finds her way once we step outside or after we sleep in our tent. Not sure where we're going. Not sure how we're going to
Is
sleep.
that one of the old ruins?
We just came out of there. We're not going back in. Oh, hey, look, a campsite. We can sleep here. And here is her notes. Okay, then. Go ahead and take all this stuff. And we will go ahead and sleep for a few hours. 9, so 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I don't think they just sleep the entire time. I think they also sit around the campfire, rest, maybe even eat something, which we're going to have to eat when we wake up because we're going to be extremely peckish. I'm thinking a health buff would be good. And then a stamina buff. Now, as far as our stuff, death blows from enchanted weapons to creatures, but not people, trap 5% of the victim's soul recharging the weapon. Does not apply to stabs. Yes, please. And then Thunderstruck, weapon enchantments 20% more effective when delivered with a power attack, 50% more effective with power attack, two-handed power attacks. That'd be useful. Spell Scribe grants Spell Scribe power used to store the spell you are dual casting. Your power attack and bashes might and magic. You are adept at weaving blade and magic. Spells cast in your left hand are 10% more effective if wielding a weapon in the right hand. Attacks with a weapon in your right hand are 10% more effective when holding a spell in the left hand. That's pretty cool. What's that power echoes? Let's try it. Spell Scribes activates twice before going on cooldown. Oh, Spell Scribe. I'm not super interested in this one, just because of the fact that it's not that great. This one's pretty useful, but when we're going back to dual wielding, when we're going back to wielding magic and weapons, but this would be useful right now. So we're going to go ahead and go to Thunderstruck. Power attacks are now more effective. We're just got a little bit more useful. I awaken feeling better, but still feeling drained. Is that not enough sleep? Oh, not potions. I want food. Let's go with the leg of the goat. No, we're good. It's just that we didn't sleep enough to fill it to full. And a bit of salmon and probably the last of our wine. I don't think we have anything else. We have Nord mead. We have honeybird mead? No, we just have Nord mead. That's alright. This is probably the first time. This is probably one of the few times she's actually going to have somewhere to sleep when we sleep. Although, the next time she sleeps might be when she sleeps for eternity. I did let it sleep, but I thought she was dead of what my plans for her are. While we are down here, though, obviously with B revealing what my plans are for her, we'll be heading back to the Shrine of Boethia. But first, I think Forky's Shack and Hamera's Shame is probably the next areas on our list. We need to go see Furky to get the next step of our trials, and we need to go get this Ruthless Axe turned in to Clavicus Vial. Give Umbra her breakfast. I probably would be more okay with this if it was actually like she would increase her strength based on how many souls I gave her. I'd probably feed her souls more often just to increase her power. I think I saw someone running, although I think it's a scout. I think it's a courier / scout of one of the two sides of the military. Dot. Oh. Stormcloak soldiers. Oh, wait, this is the direction I have to go for Forky's shack. Pretty sure we're close to an Imperial camp. Huh. Wonder if these scouts are looking for it. I do kind of wish there was a way you could, like, see that the war is, like, progressing without you, but, like, it would be like they gain a little ground, they lose a little ground. I know there are some mods that make it to where they're fighting stuff, but I don't know if there's anything that makes it actually, like, the way it was supposed to be originally, because originally apparently it was supposed to be that you could, like, control the war and you could actually, like, win and lose battles, and, like, things would actually it would actually be like a little war simulation. Is it up this way? Seems like it. Rookie probably going to be surprised to see us like this. We went from being a young girl in a robe to a heavy armor wearing, dual sword wielding, basically like barbarian with a mage following us. Kind of wish you could get a mage that would focus on healing you. Like they just hit you with healing spells as you were in combat randomly and buff you and stuff like that. I'd much prefer it to this, to having a companion that fights. It doesn't look like it's back. I was wondering if that, amulet that we found here last time was back, because I think I didn't pick it up the first time, and that's why it was there. But I picked it up, then forgot to pick it up after dying.
Let's
Hello.
hear it.
I have defeated the guardian spirits.
You do kind proud. Only one challenge remains. Go and defeat the troll champion. Here's where you need to go.
Beat the troll guardian.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Steel battle axe. Alright, where is this troll guardian? Over by the ritual stone, really? Wow, okay. We'll probably do that on our way up north. But first, I'm gonna go turn in this ruthless axe to what's his face, and then she has a date with a Daedric prince. I say that like I'm playing matchmaker or something. Another reason why I want the Daedric artifact that I get from that is that it's actually ebony armor. Slightly different from what I'm wearing, but Daedric armor nonetheless. And while I normally wouldn't kill her, I don't plan on keeping her, and I don't need her. So, unlike Lydia, I don't have a reason to want to not use her. Keep thinking of all the reasons why joining the war would be useful now. I could go around killing, the Stormcloaks, get the Black Star of Azura, and use that to constantly feed Umbra. I've always liked the idea of things like Umbra. An entity that is slowly corrupting you and making you more... making you more and more corrupted and possessed by its power. I'd rather not use black soul gems on it, but I might eventually have to. Well, we're almost at the Alchemist hut again. Probably makes Sarah wonder about Thistle, and if it ever made its way home. I did notice that I have a spell to summon him. I could call him here, but I don't feel like that's going to be necessary. And it would be kind of defeating the purpose of sending him home. There she is. I am noticing that this isn't really affecting Umbra's recharge rate. I kind of wish I could channel Magicka into Umbra in order to recharge her. Here's another situation of just a random character coming up and attacking me out of the blue. Nope, we're almost there. Hopefully Barbas is here. If not, hopefully us triggering the quest will drag Barbas here. Either way, it's not that big of a deal. I don't plan on doing what involves Barbas for this quest, so not that big of a deal. I don't want because to do what you do with Barbas, you get the Ruthless Axe instead. I want the other artifact that we get, even though the other artifact is about as useful as the Ruthless Axe. I don't feel like basically killing Barbas. I'm pretty sure most people have probably done this quest, but if you haven't, then I apologize for the spoilers without warning. But we are about to see it anyways. Oops. I have to say, some of the stuff that you can survive in Skyrim is kind of impressive. And I mean, yeah, we could always say, oh, it's magic, or it's the armor, or it's just how tough she is. I don't know if I buy all that.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Well, it's not that bad of a place. I've already cleared it out. It was a bunch of vampires originally. We're just here to see Master at the end of it all. I wouldn't be too worried about this Daedric Prince, though. There are other ones that you should be more scared of. And here we are. Return to Lord Vile's presence. I do kind of like her random comments about the area. Pressing my mouse keys by mistake as I continue to yawn like crazy. I might have to make this the last one, even though I wasn't really going to. Hey, Barbas. What do you... So what's the story behind the axe?
One of Clavicus's little Jess, a wizard named Sebastian Lord, had a daughter who worshipped her scene. When the daughter became a werewolf, it drove Sebastian over the edge. He couldn't stand to see his little girl take on such a bestial form. The wizard wished for the ability to end his daughter's curse. Clavicus gave him an axe.
I thought it would change more.
Lead the way.
Let's go. We're not dealing with any more dwarven spiders for you to repeatedly kill and annoy the crap out of me.
Quite like that.
Really? I would have thought you had seen a couple of Daedric friends. You don't need to come over if you don't want to. Hey, Vile? Vile.
Ah, you've got the axe. And my dog. Splendid.
Yeah, we're back. I also have your sword, but you're not getting that back. Let's fulfill this contract and be done with it.
Excellent work. A hero and his faithful companion retrieving the ancient artifact for the prince. It's almost storybook. Ah, but it almost seems a shame to give a weapon like that away, doesn't it? I suppose I could be persuaded to let you keep it. But only if you use the axe to kill Barbas. Simple as that.
No deal. Take the axe and take Barbas back. I already have a sword far more superior to this silly acts.
You're no fun at all. Guess I'll have to make my own fun elsewhere. And with the pub back, I'll be restored to my full power. There's a whole world just waiting for me.
I knew I could trust you.
Yeah, dog gets master, master gets cosmic axe. Everyone's happy. Just get over here, mutt.
Don't worry, I'll make sure he sees the light. I trusted you, now you trust me.
Can do. Bye, Barbas.
Ah, that feels so much better. You forget how nice supreme power feels until you've been stuck in a cave for a few years.
Yeah, it's a powerful.
It's a shame you wished for something so dull as me taking back the mutt. Quite the lack of imagination on your part. A lack of ambition like that really ought to be punished. Perhaps by turning you into a worm, or maybe a few decades of... Oh, fine. Have my boon and be done with it. Got more interesting deals to make anyway.
Your boon. Alright, so let's see what we exactly got, because we actually got something from this. An actual item. We got Clavicus Vials Mazik, or something like that. I usually just call it the Mask of Clavicus Vial. Let's see, where the heck is it? Here we go. The Mazik of Clavicus Vial. Prices are 20%. Are 20% better, improves speech skill by 10 points, and magic regenerates at 5% faster. Go ahead and equip this for a second. We can see that it is mildly interesting. The only thing I would say is annoying about it is that it's not exactly... Well, I guess it does have its appearance. The price and stuff doesn't really help us here, doesn't really help us when we're just walking around, and the increased magic regen is, well, useful, also not great. So obviously we will be keeping the Spring Vestige on. We might be using the mask when we're in town, but I don't know. Anything to say on this, Ilya?
Behind you.
Alright,
Lead on.
let's go. We're out of here. I think that this was like, I think this used to be a glitch that you could do, but I don't remember it. I think there was a glitch with that particular chest that you could do. I don't remember what the glitch was. I don't remember what it even did. I think it was duplication of items. Now, we have the ritual stone that we need to go deal with. And we have to go see we have to go back to the Skulki of Boethia. I am half tempted to go to Whiterun, or to go to the Ritual Stone, then go to Whiterun, travel to Windhelm, and then travel to the shrine. But we might just walk to the Ritual Stone, and then walk to there. Not that one, not that one, not that one, not that one, that one. But yeah. We'll keep going. Why is it saying let's go inside? There's nowhere to go inside at the Ritual Stone. It's not as far as I'm aware. See, we gotta get out of this cold though. It's now freezing. And on a horse. Is it a hunter?
I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for
What's this?
years.
I don't think I've ever seen a hunter actually on their horse. Is that a person? Oh, it's Stormcloak. I do have to decide if she's going to be very stabby when she gets to being in the war. Like, will she just kill Stormcloaks on sight? I'm trying to decide if I want to do another if I want to do another recording after this. Sometimes I just like listening to the winds of Skyrim. Watching the snowflakes drift through the air. Why are you running off ahead? Okay then. The air feels warmer, but it's still very cold. At least it's not treacherously cold anymore. And again, we are passing through Helgen. This will probably be the last time we pass through Helgen for a while. Most of the times we passed through Helgen so far have been for Kalevika's Vial or that Necromancer quest. Let's go ahead and pass through it. I'd rather not, seeing as it's going to be a bit of a pain, although maybe not. Apparently not. Apparently there were no bandits this time. There's Bleak Falls Barrow. That was a long time ago now. Sarah's changed quite a bit since then. I don't think she'd even recognize herself given the opportunity. Although I don't think she changed much about it. At least not her current thought process on it. Sarah's always had this a similar thought process to how I think is, as long as there was good that came out of it, some hardship is not a problem. And she hasn't really killed anybody who didn't deserve it as far as she's concerned. I'm actually trying to think if there is anybody that's died that actually would have been a negative effect, and I don't think there is. And if you will point out the fact that we are considering sacrificing our friend here, I would like to point out the fact that she is also the daughter of a hag. She's done some horrible things. Sarah may argue that this is her penance. Although, I don't know if the penance of death is something that would be considered acceptable for the crime she's committed, especially since she's never taken an innocent life. Then we also have her time as a vampire. I don't think she would see that as too bad of a situation, because she only drank the blood of bandits. Maybe what's his name? The guy that used to worship Talos in Whiterun. She killed him in her first transformation. She might consider that a not so good direction. But I feel like she's also got reasons to believe that was fine. Yeah, I don't really know. I think she's avoided so far doing anything that she would heavily regret. Maybe her old self would have had trouble accepting some of the stuff she's done. Especially since she's now wielding the power of Daedra and has pretty much walked away from the Nine but she
Paws
doesn't.
isn't too friendly
But
with strangers.
she also
She used to
probably, it's also probably should be pointed out that she didn't do that on her own. She's under the impression that she's gone too far down the path now for the Nine to forgive her. Who knows if that's actually the case? You may never know. You may never know at all. Maybe one day she'll find out. Maybe. But that'll be in a later episode. It's been nice. Nice. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.